Well, for our first story, we're going to talk about a person who's going to prison for making hundreds of refunds on food. So we need the how and the why, all the little deets.
All the why and
what's going on.
Right. I mean, I have trouble asking for one refund.
Yes.
Many people do. But this person, a college student in his 20s, he's been sentenced to 1 year in prison and also training education in stalking for blackmailing and obstructing business. So he falsely accused 300 businesses of having bugs and other foreign substance in their food when they didn't. Yeah, and got refunds. So he basically lied to get refunds. Right, so this happened from January of 2023 to December of last year, where he would go around Seoul and order delivery food and then tell the owners, hey, I found a bug in your food. Right. So he did this across 305 different businesses and made 7.7 million won.
Right. So, he was also found guilty of blackmailing.
Exactly. So telling someone lying, obviously, saying that there's a bug or something in your food that's lying. But then where did it cross into blackmailing? Well, for owners who refused to give him a refund because they were adamant that, no, we are very clean. We don't have, where's the photo proof?
Yes.
He threatened them that he would report this to the media. And he also wrote false reviews about these restaurants on various delivery pages. And that resulted in the obstruction charge and the subsequent conviction. So there was actually even a victim who had to go through the district office sanitation and health inspection. And I hear those are a nightmare if you get one.
Yes.
Because these are anonymous, but someone had lodged a complaint against that particular business. Yeah, so the judge said that the defendant took advantage of the fact that small businesses are really sensitive to these reviews. I mean, even like a 1 3-star out of 5 review can dog down your levels. And while the defendant had gone through repeated police questioning, so he was actually reported and questioned multiple times. It wasn't until he was actually in custody that he was physically forced to stop this. However, the judge did lower the sentence by taking into consideration the multiple repentance letters, the 반성문, and his criminal history.
I see. Well, that is something that we should definitely not do. And next, we have been consistently reporting on how hot it is, but just how hot is it? Because, I know. We say it's so hot, like every day. It's hot in here.
I mean, personal metric, it's so hot I woke up in the middle of the night sweating, but that's not news. Well, here's news. It's so hot that the asphalt is melting. It's been reported, and the thing is, this isn't Daegu. Not to throw shade at Daegu, but that's like the hottest city in the country usually. But this was in our neighboring Ulsan, which is by the ocean. But it's been reported that a portion of the asphalt in Ulsan has melted and kind of like spilled over into the sewer.
Yes.
So the reason that we sometimes do see asphalt melting is asphalt is made from byproducts of oil, of petroleum processing. And it's actually made in a process called hot mix asphalt, HMA, meaning if it's hot enough, it turns into a not quite solid state, almost like a liquefied state. So this particular portion of the road that melted was apparently by a bus stop. So it seems that the weight of all the heavy vehicles passing over it kind of like pushed it down. And that's another scientific reaction called plastic deformation.
Yes, and with the heat blazing, we have a set of summertime safety concerns, right?
We really do. So I am here to nag, but as always, Mom says, it's for your own benefit. Please listen, please be safe. I mean, in terms of outdoor activities, if you can help it, please don't. Because according to the Jeonbuk Fire Department, a man in his 50s was found dead while hiking in the heat wave. So the fire department received a call from a mountain in Jucheonmyeon in Jinangun County saying that, and this was even a group endeavor, there was a hiking club that went out and one of the members is missing. So they launched a whole search mission, found the man by a hiking trail. They airlifted him to a nearby hospital, but unfortunately he was pronounced dead.
Yes.
And the thing is, when the authorities took his temperature when he was found, it was measured at 40.5 degrees Celsius.
Wow. So that is, of course, a very unfortunate story, but also we can learn from that story. And, so many people go to water, whether it's, the ocean or creeks to cool off. But you got to be careful here as well, right?
Also, when it says don't dive, please don't dive. A 24-year-old man who dove into a creek, 계곡, and the thing about creeks is they're so irregular. The ground, you never know what's underneath. He is showing signs of paralysis. So he jumped into a creek in Gwangyang in Jeonnam on Sunday, hit his head on a rock.
Ooh.
So when, at the time that people around him called 119, he was thankfully conscious but had some superficial injuries and also couldn't move his legs at the time. He is being treated, so we'll have to see. But again, please be safe.
Yes. And so we want our listeners out there know about these new laws that basically say that you can't surf and drink?
Alcohol.
Okay.
So starting this summer, right now, under the revised Aqua Leisure Safety Act, you actually cannot operate non-motorized leisure equipment, surfboard, kayaks, rafts, etc., while drinking or under the influence of other drugs, and that includes medication. That's been a recent issue.
Yes.
Right. So if your blood alcohol concentration level is over 0.03%, that's the same as a DUI, or if you test positive for drugs, you may be fined up to 1 million won. But right now we're in a grace period, so the fines will actually kick in on December 20th. So,
okay.
I mean, if you're surfing, probably next summer. However, the Coast Guard, they've been on a campaign to raise awareness, including right here in Busan. Over last weekend, they were all over Songjang Beach because that's like the surfing mecca in Busan. So there, the Coast Guard told people it was a very informative campaign because when you drink, I mean, for everything, it slows down your central nervous system and your response rate. And especially like surfboards, because they don't have engines or motors, it only takes like a little gust of wind, a little tide to push you off into the open water.
True.
And if you don't have the best response rate, if you're a little tipsy, you may not be able to respond appropriately.
Right.
So in the condition of the sea can be very rough at times. So again, safety first.
Indeed. For a final story, we need a happy story. It is, right? Because we're going to end it on this teenager helping out an elderly woman.
Right. So, middle school kids obviously get a bad rep. But this 14-year-old from Gyeonggi may change your mind. So there's a video on social media that's gone viral from a store owner who filmed this interaction. They say there's an elderly woman who has like her own little farmer's market. You may see them on the street. She will sit on the street corner and sell produce that she apparently farms on her own. The store owner says she usually buys some, but she just didn't have any cash on her that day. So this store owner was watching, but a middle school boy was walking by, came up, and apparently gave her money. And he or she noticed it. So this video went viral. The boy was actually interviewed by the press. He said that he ran into her on his way home, and she suggested, do you want to take a look? But what do 14-year-old boys know about vegetables or anything? So he said he didn't have any change, so he ran out and broke his 50,000 won bill, gave her 30,000 won. And so all he had, his 전재산, his entire fortune was $50. He gave her 30, roughly.
Oh, wow.
And then he just wanted to go home because, again, he doesn't know anything about vegetables, but she gave him a bag of beans. So when he was interviewed, he stated it was just really hot that day. And all he could think was how he wished that she could just be done and go home and rest. So he just wanted to help her. Right. So a lot of people complimented him, and apparently the family's been getting a lot of offers, just compliments, but even scholarship offers. The father, he said, the family got so much attention for something that he calls was not a big deal. And also the kid always tries to help somebody in need. The family said they won't be taking the money because that would mar the spirit of the action.
Bravo.
Like father, like son.
I mean, we know why
Obviously.
this 14-year-old kid is such a good kid. Because he had good parenting.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to end it on that happy note. We'll definitely check in with you on Monday. Thank you, Haley.
Have a great weekend.